Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the tomb of Saint Hezekiah the Sage. When last we left our heroes, you guys had deactivated the Quadrolem's many chromatic wards. But you have activated the actual golem, guardian of the tomb, and you must now defeat it and all of its little pals to free yourselves. So, we have rolled initiative already. It has been pre-done. And going first is the duoloms. Anyone with a quick draw feature, this is a new combat. If you have quick draw on one of your weapons,
yes, sir.
You may do so. If you don't, and for whatever reason a Riftkin is not out, you can quick draw your Riftkin out. But
21 on Quadrolum.
21 on Quadrolum will hit.
Nice.
9 points damage.
9 points of damage.
I got a 13 on the little guy
Okay.
behind Bean. I don't know if that's a single or a duo. I can't see.
That's a
him from here.
duo.
Okay.
You get a 13?
Yeah.
13 hits.
9.
9. Okay. Very good. Okay. So that's Adelaide and
No, it's Buck
or
and
Bean. Bean
Quick
and Buck.
draw.
Bean and Buck, quick draw, kicking into a duolum and shooting the quadrolum right in the chest. Now it's the duolum's turn. The duolum will simply try to punch Bean. Mean Green Bean Machine. We've got a 19 to hit Bean.
That'll do.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. That's a humble 3 points of damage. That's the first duel. This second will try to punch Bud in the head. And will miss heartily.
Okay. A little gas ball
That's
head.
an 8.
Swings wide.
That's a hard one to hit, that head.
Yeah. Ooh. Adelaide, Buck, you're on deck.
You know what? I'm gonna try to shoot this guy with my short bow. An 11.
An 11 on...
That guy.
That is
While
a
we're at
sololum
it.
for
That is
the
cost.
listeners. Adelaide is shooting.
17 for the other hit.
That will hit as well.
5 damage.
5 damage total on a sololum. You may remove him from the field. So Adelaide, you quickly dispatch a sololum, and a bit of arcane energy begins to pool in the space. Buck, and then Redtail's on deck.
Bonus action, I'm going to Hunter's Prey Quadrolum. 15 to hit Quadrolum.
That'll miss. That'll miss the quadrolum. Fair reminder, he is a tank style. So he is tankier than you might expect.
That's right. That's right.
Because I'm pretty sure you guys got his AC last time to 17. 17 on the big guy, 13 on the duos, and 11 on the solos. Redtail, and then Carol, you're on deck.
You're gonna attack the big fella?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait and hold my
If I
mewling
can.
cry to when he gets closer.
Okay,
he is
so you want to
affected by
help
it.
Carol
Yes.
get involved. Okay,
Yes.
I appreciate
you.
these tactics. So Carol, you are up.
And then I'll do a revolver.
Okay. So a revolver shot. So we'll go ahead and say mewling cry triggers. So Redtail. And now
So
everybody gets
this
bonus.
unit right here.
Yeah.
Is Bravo in there by chance? Or
I
no?
think Bravo is barely
Beautiful.
in. So everyone but Asiago and Buck.
And it's just a 9.
A 9 to hit the big guy.
Yeah.
Regrettably, the bullet will just kind of shoot off the side. The quadrolum.
No.
Going to take one stab
Oh boy.
towards... I'll roll for it. We'll just see. Callum's 1. Carol's 2. Adelaide is 3. Who's this?
Red tail.
Redtail's 4. Bean is 5. Bravo's 6. 4. 2, 3, 4. So Redtail.
That was the best
Redtail-
case
Yeah.
scenario.
Yeah.
That was 100% the
It
best
is,
case scenario.
Because there are 2 attacks coming at Redtail.
Sheesh.
So attack 1. 11 plus 5 is 16. 16 hit Redtail. Attack number 2 is higher than that. So 10. 10 total from both.
Carry the 10.
It's low. That was that's 2 d12s. I got a 5 and a 1.
Wow.
So, yeah.
What's Adelaide look like?
So
That's scary.
Redtail takes a humble 10 points of damage. But that is the quadrolum. It will stay positioned where it is. It just the center torso pieces kind of rotate around, and one set of eyes will fling back and just double stab into Redtail. We get to Bravo. Bud, you're on deck.
Bravo will move into range with Quadrolum. And he will flash. He's going to try to flash powder.
Yeah, do it.
Next person's turn for That's a natural one.
Ah! Okay. That's a good try, though.
Yeah.
Bravo. Bud, Fizz, you're on deck.
Okay.
Followed by Asiago. But Bud is first.
is going to attack. Is that a dualum next to him?
That is a duolum next to
He's
him.
going to attack him with a Psygrain.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that is a 6.
No!
We're doing good.
Nothing doing.
We're doing good.
Still, yeah, very difficult to puncture the brain of a arcane animated piece of stone. But gosh darn it, Bud, you look good trying. Fizz, Asiago's on deck.
Okay, Fizz is going for a water burst on the Quadrolum.
That's gonna be a sad 7.
Sad 7.
Guys.
That is a sad 7
It's gonna be
indeed.
a low one.
All right, I'm going to need everybody at the table to pick it
That
up.
is a sad, tragic 7.
Asiago's
Okay. Nothing doing. Asiago, you are up.
All right. Well, this guy's gonna move, and we're gonna try a beak buffet on the big fella. 1.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
This is
What
terrible.
is happening?
Ah.
There's something happening here.
Faraday, followed swiftly by Bean.
Faraday is going to attack that dualum.
Yeah.
But just missed.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, no.
6.
6 on the first. On the
But-
first.
Come on, come
Second
on, come
attack.
on.
Come on.
16 on the second.
There it is.
Okay. 4 damage.
4 damage. So Faraday, you manage to strike true on one of these, and on the other, just kind of skates off the side of the stones. Bean.
Bean's
followed
gonna
by
kick
T,
the little guy again
and then Callum.
because the rolls have not been going well.
Come on, Bean.
6.
Does that hit?
No.
We're doing good, everybody.
You guys are. You know what? It's exactly as well as round 1 went last time. You guys were sussing it out, and then when you sussed it out, you couldn't do anything. You're gonna pull it together. You're gonna rally. T.
Okay, I am
Save
going
them.
to pull a tarot card.
Yeah, you are.
I'm going to do coins. I'm going to do it on the Quadrolum
Okay.
for try to get a miss for it.
Okay. So you're gonna lower its next attack roll by
Let's see, let's
You
see,
need to be
let's
rolling
see.
for us to hit.
3. Rounded in half. Down is 1. See, this is why that reroll is going to be really nice. If you just live long enough to get it. So,
Cheers.
so remind me on Quadrolum's turn, a -1 on its attack roll.
Okay.
From its plus 10. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, it has a
I
reasonable
know. I
now.
know it does.
Prior, it was just automatic counter, but now it has to roll to hit you. So, rest is yours. Okay, so this good try, T. Are you staying where you are?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Following T, it's Callum, and then all of the Sololums, and then the Duolums.
Callum is going to use his sword. 16.
You're flanking.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
a plus 2.
Okay, it's 18 then.
18, yeah.
Well, we're going to do 4 damage. But I can add my cutting to that now, right?
Yes, you
So
can use your
6.
cunning instead. So
Nice.
6 damage on quad.
Yep. And
Very
I'm gonna
good.
Try to swing a second time.
Yeah.
Perfect. 20 something.
Whoa. Yeah.
Another 6.
Hey, now
Come
we're
on,
talking.
guys. Step it up.
Callum, with your cardboard sword, you go, and like nicks of stone go flying. And you're like, oh, this is easy. Okay, you guys are just holding back, I guess. The Soul Olums will just move to the nearest things. They are intelligent creatures. They will go here and there. So they will flunk our dear sweet boy Buck Winchester, and then we'll deal with the other 2 in a second.
Oh boy.
So one's against Buck. One will miss for sure. The other one is a 17 raw, so
Yes, sir.
that's pretty spooky. That is a 1 on a d4, so you take a humble 3 points of damage. A little bit of arcane. They just punch you in the face. This one will move to Fizz and try to punch Fizz. It is an 18 on the die. So
Yep.
Fizzly,
Pizzly?
you take a humble 5.
Okay.
Humble 5. 5 arcane. Okay, that's all 3 Sololums, because the rest you've dispatched so swiftly. The Duolums, we've got 1 attack at Bud, 1 attack at Bean. They are both 11s plus 2, so 13s.
I have 13 on my AC.
Okay.
So.
Bean?
I have
Armor
a
class.
12.
Okay, so both of you get hit. 8 damage on Bean, 6 on Bud. So that's the Duolums. They punch. And then it's Adelaide and Buck is on deck.
Okay. I'm a little scared to try to hit You know what? No, we're gonna hit him. We're gonna hit him with our dagger.
Confidence.
Check this out.
Yeah.
guys.
So when you use
Ready?
a dagger, you ignore armor bonuses because you have piercing. So
Yeah, but it's still a tank, right?
yeah, but his armor bonuses don't apply to a dagger.
Well,
Yep.
12.
Hits.
Roll the other one while we're here. 21.
Yes. Yes. So because I think this is the first time it's come up, if something is wearing heavy armor or is a tank effectively, if you stab them with a dagger, their armor class is way lower than it says.
And I can add my knowledge. Or
Dude,
is
the
it?
dagger is cunning.
Oh,
You can be cunning instead of mighty,
okay.
if you so choose.
So,
Which it might be 0 instead of minus, but
yeah. So what did I say the first roll was? 12.
yeah.
It's an 8.
It's an 8?
Yeah, the second one is
Okay.
a 17, though.
Okay, so that one will miss, but the other one will hit.
Okay.
Okay.
4 damage.
4 damage. 4 damage is 4 damage. Red Tail, Carol, you're on deck.
Illuminating leap.
Yes.
16 to hit.
Total?
Yeah.
It's so close. I want to give it to you, but I can't. Red Tail leaps onto the back of the quadrolum, and all of the golem pieces kind of rotate in place and kind of bat you back down with one of the arms. It's the quadrolem's turn. There's a lot of... This is a target-rich environment now. I'm going to start at Bravo and roll a d8, and we're going to go around the horn from there. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's you again, Red Tail. So you take one, but you dodge the other with the coin buffs. 13 points
Oof.
of arcane damage as a spear
We need a buff
glows
to hit.
and slams into you. That's that on that. We have Bravo, then Bud, then Fizz. So Bravo's up. Bud's on deck.
Flanking gives me a +3 to hit because he has a +1 to hit normally.
Yep. You can do it.
Come on.
Come
Come on, come on, come on,
hit.
come on, come on,
This
come on.
is going to be for a
14.
flash powder.
Okay, come on.
16.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
God.
Tia, roll cups for us.
I can only give it to one person.
Yes, but one of us would have hit. If we all roll 16.
All right, well, I will.
All right. Bud, and then Fizz, and then Asiago.
Bud will Sigrain that duolum right in
Come
front
on,
of us
buddy.
again.
You
Come
got
on.
it.
You can hit him this time.
Natural 1.
Oh, Bud. Come on. Come on. Fizz.
Fizz bop.
Okay, yeah.
Fizz.
Fizz is doing water burst quadrolum.
Okay.
Incoming. Crit.
Dude, there's no shot.
No, there's no
Drew
shot.
saw
You're
it.
right.
Drew
It was
saw it.
18. 4.
It
She was like, oh.
I was so excited for
No.
it. I was so
Uh,
excited.
You ever see someone's joy just dissolve in their hands? It's like the raccoon with the cotton candy, man.
Oh, yeah. God. Okay.
All right. Asiago followed by Faraday.
Yeah,
I believe in you.
buffet.
Come on.
You don't.
That plus your normal plus
Come on,
2.
come on, come on, come on.
8.
Okay.
What is happening, guys? What is happening?
Okay.
What's happening?
We're falling apart.
You're falling apart. Faraday and then Bean.
Faraday's gonna attack that duolum.
Yeah, you are. Wait, let me help you. Move first.
Well, it was a
mind.
5, so it don't matter.
Ah, that's attack
Sure.
1. You have 2 attacks.
Actually, it was still a 7.
Come on.
Come on.
9.
Bro.
Ah,
Actually 6.
Ah, it's even worse than we thought. Okay, Bean.
Bean is going to kick the small guy.
Okay.
We've got to take our victories where we can get them.
Okay. Come on.
17 to hit.
That would have hit the
It
big
would
guy.
have. You're right.
Okay, come on. Just kill the small guy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
one
yeah.
less thing to worry
Still
about.
trying.
Yes.
There it is.
Roll an additional die of damage if you're doing one of the elements.
Do an elemental.
It's arcane. So
Okay.
no.
Then just extra normal damage then.
6.
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, 9.
9.
Yeah.
Aha!
Gone. Done so.
Yes.
Putting him to 18 damage, which is more.
Put him in the
than 16.
graveyard.
So the duolum will explode. Well done, Bean.
Get him out of
Bean,
here.
this is the momentum you needed to turn this around.
Yes. It's true.
Okay.
Adelaide and Bean have 2 KOs on the board.
Yes.
Come on,
What are the rest
guys.
of you doing?
Our best, apparently.
Adelaide's 2/3 of the way to a UAV. Come on. All right, T.
Okay.
I'm gonna have the best KD
I'm going
ratio
to
this
pull a
round.
card. It's going to be coins. I'm going to try to give. Who do you want it on, Buck? Which one?
So
Give it to Bravo.
Bravo.
T, let me
Or Red Tail.
T,
Or
let me
Red
help
Tail.
you. Let me help you with your
What do you mean?
card pull.
Okay.
You don't have to pick right now.
Oh, I don't have to pick right now?
No.
Okay.
You decide later in the turn.
I thought I had to pick first.
So a creature within 15 feet to an attack roll made in the next minute.
So
For
it has to be
points.
within 15 feet of you, so can't do
So
Bravo.
Oh.
coins to be fair does not have a stated range. Because the other
they're that-
three you are picking your target and then rolling.
I thought I had to
This
do
one you are
prior.
maintaining luck within yourself and picking as you go.
Okay. Here we go. Coins.
Because you're
Let's do
modifying
it.
attack rolls. Is that a 1? Oh my god.
Sometimes a 1 is all you need, though.
Yes, it
you
would have
know?
made 3 people hit in the last round.
Yeah.
So, T, you pull the coins card, and that coin begins to spin and sputter, and there's a 1 on both sides. And you're like, that's not how this works. And the coin is like, I don't follow the rules of your universe.
Who feels
It's
like
a
a
one on all
lucky ducky?
There's certainly no one here. Callum! Everything. No?
No, 6.
No.
Same roll 2 times.
You're joking.
Nah.
Oh, no, guys.
Hey, y'all want a combat, baby. The viewers want a combat. They
No.
get combat.
So that was Callum. So now it's the Soul Olems. 2 attacks against Buck. The lower is a 16. And the higher is a 17.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Incoming
This
damage.
might take me down.
2d4 plus 2, baby.
Smells
No,
like
it couldn't.
death.
10.
Uh-oh.
2 4s. The Soul Olems punch you at the same time, and you feel both fists like connect in your stomach. You're
Do you have those drinks?
Beto.
Fizz, 1 attack coming at you.
Okay.
It's a 9. You're fine. It doesn't-
Everything misses Fizz.
He's too small.
small.
Yeah. The dual Olem is dead, so the one that's alive is going to try to punch Bud again. And it will almost be a crit and then turn into an 11. Adelaide, then Buck, then Red Tail.
Oh, if I don't get rid of these guys.
Yep.
Alright, we'll dagger again.
Somebody's got to save you.
Natural 20.
Yes!
That one's cocked.
It's the lucky card.
And a 17.
Both hit with flying colors.
Do I double?
So double the roll twice as many damage dice.
For the first one.
Yes.
Okay. First hit is 4 damage. The second hit is another 4 damage.
Heck
Adelaide,
yeah.
turn it around. Adelaide, turning it around. Well done, Adelaide. We're all very proud. All right, Buck. Live.
Help me, Tom Cruise. Yeah, with his like rifle.
No, he heard
slung.
you say you don't like him.
I love Tom Cruise. My wife doesn't.
I get half health.
Guilty
Yeah, I
by
get half health.
association.
Yeah.
Rifle kind of now pressed up against. He just takes out his revolver, looks down at the little Sololum, and he'll just put the barrel to the face and fire.
If you miss, though.
Do you misfire?
No, I'm really close to misfiring though, but that's an 8 to hit.
Nothing doing. Oh no, Buck. Buck is surrounded on all sides
Yeah.
by tiny little guys.
I
What
can't.
is happening?
You guys just can't roll today.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't rolled anything above a 6 today, aside from initiative.
Red Tail, then Carol, then it's the quadrille.
11.
All right, with your ability too,
Mm-hmm.
with all your friends.
Yep.
Oh my god, dude. What's happening? What is happening today? What happened?
I'm never gonna die to a minion.
You know what? You might. Carol!
Yeah. hate you,
Okay. I think I'm going to switch it up here and use my blowgun.
Yes.
Okay, so that ignores
Dr.
armor.
Carol!
It ignores
Come
armor.
on.
We need it. We need it.
Yes, come on, buddy. When you're ignoring armor, the AC is 12.
5.
Come on.
Oh my
But I get. I get.
You get 2 attacks
two
because you're
tries,
fast.
2 tries.
No one's even close, so I can't even give him a 1 to push
5.
him over the edge.
Oh, how is this happening?
Wake me up in September.
Quadrola 5 is it's freaking Red Tail again, dude.
Okay, it can't be me every time.
I know. One will miss you for sure, and the other one hits.
I
What's the
don't
other
have
one?
a 13. I have an 11.
I know. One of them is a 10, and the other one is a 13 on the die.
Okay.
Oh.
9 points.
Okay.
9 points arcane. Hang in there, buddy. Bravo. You can do it, dude.
I don't think I can.
You can do it, dude. Get a 16, dude. Take the coins, buff, dude.
He has.
Turn's coming up, dude. Someone's got to use it, dude.
He
Come
has.
on, dude.
Quadrolum has range, right?
Quadrolum has reach.
I
yes.
can't see if Bravo
you can,
moves
you
one
can
square.
go here without being hit.
That's what I'm gonna do
You
because
can hit that one.
Buck
You try
is
to help Buck.
Yeah, he needs it.
Yeah. on.
I'm
He's
just gonna.
easier to hit.
I'm just gonna flint strike.
Save him, dude.
17.
Yeah, dude.
As soon as I don't attack the
Yeah,
Quadrolum.
dude. All right.
And these guys are weak to it, right?
Yeah, you doing fire?
Yeah.
Roll an extra die.
Literally my uncle.
Come on, dude. Let's go.
7 points of
dude.
fire damage.
Pog, dude. He explodes.
Perfect.
You killed a minion. Yay! Bud, then Fizz. Then Asiago. Beak
Bud.
Buffet's gonna hit this turn. I got a good feeling. You're due, man.
Money
You've
on
got like
Beak.
7 5s in a row. You're due.
That's how gambling works.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go for it again.
Okay. I
Oh,
believe
wait,
you, buddy.
That's
wait,
what keeps
wait,
him going.
No.
I'm due.
That is now an 18. to hit.
Yes!
2 in a row?
This is the round.
3 damage.
Hey, man. That's
Better
3
than a
damage it
miss.
hadn't taken before. This duolum is officially like cracked and bloodied as a golem can be. Fizz, Asiago Faraday. So Fizz
Fizz
is
gonna
up
hit
next.
Quadrolum. Water burst.
And
Don't
you're
break the
gonna and you're
combo.
gonna
You
use
got
the
2 in a
coins
row.
if you need to.
Yes.
The one. This is the time.
Did you break the combo?
Yep. What's your total? It's like
Combo
8.
breaker.
Yeah.
Sad. Well, Fizz, you try. Water launches out, but there's nothing doing. You're too small.
I just have a little
You're
pep
being
talk.
harried by
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Sololum that
I-
probably should be killed at some point.
Yeah.
Because he's
I'm
going
gonna
to
take care
kill
of that
you.
one.
Asiago.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Beak Buffet.
Beak
I'm
Buffet.
feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm really feeling it.
I'm feeling the
Oh, 21.
Yeah! I knew
got
it.
here?
Okay, roll an additional die of damage.
Ooh. 7.
7.
Plus 2?
Plus
Yeah.
2.
Plus 2, 8. There we go.
9.
9.
Yes. Thanks.
Okay. Asiago.
We're all frazzled.
Your beak slams into the chest, and with the damage you guys dealt last time, he's bloodied. So bravo, Asiago. Your beak collides, and one of the gemstones in its chest like fully cracks, and like some of the arm magic seems to be fading. Some of the limbs kind of crumble a bit. Very nicely done, Asiago. Very proud of you. I had a feeling you were going to hit this time. Faraday,
Just gonna do another melee attack.
come on.
Dude.
Nothing hits.
What do you got? What do you got?
Nothing hits.
Close?
Natural 1 and then a 5, even with the plus 2s. 9 and 4. Or
That's an
actually,
11.
yeah.
Hit it.
Okay, Bean, followed by T.
All right, Bean. Kick him again. This time,
Bean, do
the
you want to
big
flame
guy.
with Adelaide? I don't know if you can
sure,
see.
yeah.
If you go right
might as
here,
well.
you lose nothing for going there. You just gains.
Yes!
Capital gains.
21 to hit.
21!
11 damage.
11 damage. Now we're talking. Go Bean! We're very proud.
It's
Bean,
one hit on the board.
the
Let's keep
birds!
the combo going.
Dude, the birds colliding together, forming a problem.
It's like when birds collide. Okay.
All right, T.
You alright?
He
Yeah,
just
yeah,
loves
I'm-
Power Man 5000.
There you go.
Is it my turn? Tease. Okay, I'm gonna dagger the little one. No, on 1. So 1 will hit.
Well, you have a coin. Does it put you to a 10?
Yes.
If you use your coin, you can hit him
Okay,
twice.
so
Well,
twice.
actually, hang on. Before I goad you into doing that, see if you kill him on the first attack.
Okay.
Because you might. It's
Let's
possible.
do it. Let's do it.
Just
Let's
have-
see if it happens.
You just have to do 4. Come on. Just do 4 damage.
It's 3.
Oh, you left him up at 1. So now if you use a coin, you can kill him.
Okay, I'm gonna use
You
a
can trade a
kill
coin
him.
for death.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, that one would have killed him.
And 3.
Okay. Take
Kill.
this Sololum. Cut him into pieces. This is my last resort. Well done, T.
Yeah.
Callum.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. You're flanking with Asiago still. The
Yeah.
birds dealt like
Yes.
20 damage in this round.
My sword has not failed me, so caca. Perfect.
Oh my
Look
god,
at
it
that.
continues.
21 to hit.
Wait, did you guys remember your additional damage dice from Red Tail?
We
No.
Bean and
it
Asiago
No.
kindly roll an additional die of damage
Oh.
from your prior hits.
6.
1.
7 more. Okay. Hey, man.
It adds.
I'm here to help. Ordinarily, I'd say, tough cookies, you better remember next time. But I'm here to help.
That sounds like you.
Yeah.
That sounds like you.
That's tough cookies, guys. Figure
I
it
think
out.
I've been missing that a lot.
Yeah.
11 from Callum.
11 from Callum to hit or damage?
No damage.
Damage?
Yeah, you
Okay.
rolled a 21
Did
to
you
hit.
get your extra damage die as well
Yes.
while we're here?
Uh-huh.
So 11. Okay. This thing is on its last 4 legs.
Ah.
Soul Olam is going to punch Buck in the head. It's
No,
on
wait.
like some rubble. It's just,
Stop.
here it comes.
Don't do it.
+2 to hit. It's 4. It's a natural 2. It goes to punch you, and I'll say Bravo like throws out a little bit of silk and kind of like pulls the hand aside and it goes sideways. That's the only Soul Olam left. The Du Olam will try to punch Bud. He's focused on this little ghoul. It's a 12 to hit Bud.
I have 13.
He won't hit. Clean through. Nobody's hitting right now. This is good. Adelaide.
16 and a 10. Well, but it's
With the
dagger.
dagger.
So
Oh,
one hit.
yeah, okay. God. Don't scare me like that.
5.
5. Adelaide does not kill it, but leaves it very, very low. We have Buck. You've got a Soul Olam at eye level and a Quadrolum. And then there's Faraday and Bud that are like, little help. help me. I'm the only stick with eyeballs.
Let's see if I can take care of the Quadrolum with Buck. I'm hoping Bravo can take out the small boy.
All right. Come on, Buck. You misfire. Yeah. Buck, finally you're like, and the cartridge jams in the barrel. Oh, this is tragic.
It's not our day.
No.
Even if we win, I feel like we lost.
100%.
Watch Carol do this. Okay. Listen. I know I'm in charge of this universe, but Carol, you're up. If you hit, you can
Yes?
do it.
Yes?
You can
If
down
you
him.
hit,
So
you win.
might I suggest perhaps blow gun, 2 shots?
Yeah, I like it. We're rolling it.
It would be pretty sick. I'm just saying.
8, 9? That doesn't
9
do
plus? What's on the
it.
die?
8 plus 1.
8 plus 1.
Oh, first
Well,
You don't? Are you flanking with anybody?
No, because
He's not.
he's
the range.
yeah, no one's behind him and he's at
Oh.
range. Okay, try again. Come on.
Come on,
Come on.
Ooh, 17.
Dr. Carroll, roll damage, buddy. Come on. I'm pretty sure you get
A
It's a
3 plus 1.
plus 1 is 4. Okay.
Oh, is it cunning now? Is
Yeah.
that- okay.
Yeah.
Where's my
Yeah,
gun?
yeah. Let's go. Yeah, get him.
Where
Get
the
him.
hell is cutting?
Should be at the very top.
It's not.
Don't worry.
Oh,
You rolled
there
a
it is.
3.
Yeah, 4.
Okay. So, Dr. Carroll, this Quadrolum menacing all of your friends. First start. And you're like, how do you want to do this? You get to execute a Quadrolum with a blowgun. This may never happen again. Let it ride,
see.
Dr. Carroll. What does this look like?
Well, he, pulls out of his jacket pocket one of the darts, right? And he, dusts it off a little bit
Yeah.
because it's kind of been in there for a long time.
As Callum's like, please! Red Tail's like, ah! Yeah.
And then he cranks his neck. Yes. Goes, and it goes right at his weak part, which is his,
Right in the core.
right in the core.
It goes in, wedges behind it, and pops the golem core out, and the entire thing just goes... And it shuts down, and the golem core lands on the ground.
Love to see
The Sololum and Duolums power down where they stand.
it. Nice.
Heck yeah.
Dr. Carroll. Dr. Carroll. It was a group effort, but Dr. Carroll. Dr. Carroll. As you take down this Quadrolum and all of the things harrying your friends, many of whom I think are inches from death, and you shut it down, that golem core will land and begin to just glow very softly, and it returns to that prismatic sort of glow, and it will illuminate the space in shifting lights and colors.
You're
But
now
we will fall out of combat.
also eligible to be in the X Games.
Just for any.
He went on
Yeah.
sicko mode.
He went sicko mode.
He's on sicko mode.
Oh,
All right.
Okay, so we're no longer in combat, and I will
Thank God.
I will state you guys will hit level 5.
Woo!
So we'll take a brief moment
Oh,
to
yeah.
level you up, a rare in-session level up. Having downed the quadrolum, Dr. Carroll will suddenly, your eyes kind of adjust to this this dank, dark tomb of a room, and you can see very clearly. Your pupils just, your monocle adjusts to the light, and you're able to see. And that golem core is very slowly pulsating. What would you all like to do? I know you're very battered and bruised, but it's back in your hands.
Faraday is going to walk back in towards the sarcophagus, and he's going to open it up.
He's gonna open it.
Now that all the traps have settled.
Another. Okay. Give me a might test if you'd be so kind. This is a heavy thing, but I believe in you.
It will be a 9.
A 9. Okay. It kind of budges, but it is a very, very heavy marble lid. So with assistance, you could definitely do that.
Can Runt help him instead if I pull Runt out?
Yeah,
Put
Runt
away?
could definitely. You could probably hook him up to this thing and have him pull it.
All right, Runt's going to come out and do that. That's a 16 on Runt.
Okay. So yeah, Runt will kind of help you, push with his hooves, and it slides a little bit. The tomb cracks open. Crack open, a boy with the cold ones. It's a vampire. Just kidding. Couldn't help it. So you crack open the tomb of Saint Hezekiah. You see a moderately preserved body, and its hands were clearly at some point clasped around something. But something has been taken.
Something horn shaped.
Yeah. The mouthpiece of the Gjallarhorn was at one time held in his hands like this, and now there is simply a spot where the fingers are still kind of locked around.
Is there anything else interesting in there?
I mean, it depends how interested you are in the bones of a saint.
Bud would be interested, but I feel like that's a bad idea.
That may be considered sacrilege in some circles.
We might trigger another
Potentially
attack.
a problem. I don't know how Dr. Carroll would feel about it, but it may be a problem. I don't know. I won't tell you how to feel.
If there's nothing interesting in there, Runt and I will push
Okay, just
the thing
seal it
back
back up. You're like, thank you.
as to not disturb the preservation of his body.
Okay. Those of you who are in the outer spaces of the tomb room, there are still some tiles that are obviously dangerous, but as the golem core is illuminated, you can see quite well.
It's just sitting there.
It is
shut
currently
down.
glowing very nicely.
So it's still blocking our path.
The quadrolum corpse effectively it kind of powers
Disassembled
down and then just kind of
Okay.
crumbles back into
pieces.
stone.
Okay.
The one exception is there is As-Sololum that was not destroyed, and there's Ad-Duolum that was not destroyed.
Okay.
But the Duolum seems to be following a similar fate to the Quadrolum, which is to say it is slowly converting into rift energy of the arcane variety. But what I'm throwing out for you is there's a Sololum if someone wants to try to tame it,
Calling
but
dibs.
it will not be there for long.
I'm coming after it.
Okay.
Darn it, Carol!
Okay. You would like to try to tame it.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Go ahead and roll for me 1d100.
40.
Okay, now we're talking. Now we have math to do.
7.
47. Okay. So, we were in combat, however, it is currently unconscious. And as such, you have a plus 20 to your roll. So it's 67 so far. The willpower is negated because it's unconscious. So you don't have a minus 40 to your roll because he's unconscious. He's currently got a negative 25 hostility modifier on account of you haven't interacted with it outside of a fight. So it doesn't have the best opinion of all of you. However,
You started this fight.
so it is technically not currently in combat, so there's no modifier from combat. So that is plus 20 and then minus 25. So you have a 42. The target number on a Sololum is 40. So by 2, a Sololum scan as your monocle now clicks green and absorbs a Sololum.
Good stuff, buddy.
We got one.
We will build that out in time because for now it will be unconscious and at 0 hit points. So we'll have to deal with that later. But you managed to tame a Sololum of Saint Hezekiah's tomb. So it will have aspects of Saint Hezekiah baked in. So we'll deal with that with the aesthetics and such. But yeah, you managed to tame this little guy. So for now, you can just put him on your tray. There you go.
Tame it and frame it.
Wow,
Look at him.
little guy.
Look at that guy.
a little guy.
I'm gonna call him Manchego. I think is
Nice.
fitting.
And check.
Yeah.
All right, are we done in here?
That was gonna be a little hezzy.
I'm a little hezzy.
What's
Has to
up?
be a
I'm little
cheese.
It
hezzy.
has to be a cheese.
What's up? I'm little hezzy.
Does
This is
the
my tube.
door look any different? Can I do an examination?
The
No.
door in the bright light seems
Yeah.
to be sort of pulsating.
Ah.
I want to investigate
Does-
the core.
Yeah.
Adelaide wants to investigate the golem core.
Okay. The golem core itself is also pulsating. It has like a soft thrum.
Is it big? Like,
Yeah.
can I pick it up?
Yeah, it's like a basketball size golem core.
Is it too heavy? But I can pick it up.
You can pick it up. Yeah.
Okay.
It weighs probably 30 pounds. It's a hefty, but it's a global.
Oh.
too.
This
your
is a
knees.
heavy rock, but it's pretty.
Thick
There's lots of
5C.
energy in it.
You're keeping it?
It seems like kind of a waste to not do something with it. Can I try to absorb energy out of it?
You want to try to take energy from the golem core?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can try.
Okay.
Make an arcane test. Or a cult. Either one.
Okay.
Whatever suits you fancy.
22.
Yeah, roll a d6.
1.
No, add your knowledge.
6.
6 total?
Yeah.
Okay. You can siphon 6 arcane battery charges out of the golem core, which is not a repeatable thing to do, but the energy level does not seem to have changed from the golem core.
Mm.
But you've managed to siphon off some excess radiant energy, not radiant, but radiation almost, coming off this thing. But the golem core and the door seem to be glowing in beautiful synchronicity.
Oh.
And it is now that I will remind you of the inscription upon the door. now that the fight is over. There were
Okay.
4 words in 4 colors. Motivation, discretion, honesty, and empathy.
Uh-huh.
Red, blue, yellow, green.
Very good.
Yeah.
Red, blue, yellow, and green. So the golem core is currently pulsating in time with those colors.
Oh.
Red, blue, yellow, green. Red,
Adelaide,
yellow.
Yeah.
bring that core to this door.
Alright, it's pretty big though. Can you help me bring it over? It's heavy.
Yes.
Thank you. As T places her hands on it, I put one of my hands on her hand.
Takes all of my willpower. No, I'm just
What
kidding.
is this feeling?
It's not.
So sudden, so new. Okay.
Let's move it.
Faraday, is your intention to remain in the tomb space?
No,
or do you want to
I'm
rejoin the
I'm
squad?
gonna rejoin the squad.
Okay. You'll rejoin. You'll see T and Adelaide kind of pick up this huge golem core as Dr. Carroll sucks a sololum into his eyes.
As one
Oh
does.
my god. Is that normal? I hope so. The golem core, as it moves, you see all of the pressure plates around it as you progress, all kind of lift up slightly, and then there's a like clicking sound beneath, as it seems to be making floors safe to walk on, which is how the sololums and the duolums and the quadrolum were able to move without fear of traps.
All of the olums.
As the golem core was shutting down the traps in the various areas. But as you walk over to that door, for better and worse, you've seen the map that was on there. Because as you approach the door with the golem core, it will kind of shutter, and then the stone itself will crack, and then tumble to the ground in a pile of rubble, revealing a very dark, cavernous walkway that starts trending down.
Well, it's as good a time as any.
To
It's really not.
go outside and take a nap, you mean?
I feel fine.
I believe it.
Slamming a rib cage back into place.
I'll just take a little peek.
I'll join T.
I'll go with you.
All right.
Okay.
Fine, I'll
Yeah.
come with.
Why the
And
hell not?
I'll light up one of the torches that was on the ground so we can go
Okay.
in with some light if there
Yeah.
not any light in there.
If you so choose, you can bring the golem core with you. It's very heavy and it glows very brightly. But it also glows very brightly, so if there is something in the darkness,
Yeah.
you will be a beautiful beacon of hope and inspiration.
It may have some function within.
I'll pick it up. I mean,
Okay.
I can hold it or I
Yeah,
can roll a
the
might
two
test.
of you are holding it, and Faraday's like, shall we?
I'll wait up here.
Can I check if there's any traps or anything down there?
Oh, please
No?
do.
Oh, okay.
Now that you can.
Cool.
So
Want me to
you
roll something? Or?
Yes, so you have mastery on these tests forevermore,
Nice.
regardless of what the test is or shall be. So it'll be based off your knowledge.
Nice.
So you can do effectively a knowledge test with mastery. So add your knowledge, add your mastery to look for a trap. Alternatively, if you so choose, you could do awareness, which you now have mastery in as well.
Let's see. That's 18 plus
I see
6
everything.
plus 3.
Holy.
So it's a natural 21 plus 6, so 27. Yeah.
So, yeah, concurrent with your newfound affinity for raiding tombs, as you're walking with the golem core, so long as you are within 10 feet of it, you are noticing a plethora of pressure plates and very faint, almost like a magical infrared lasers that if you were to break would be triggering things. But as you walk with the golem core, they are powering down as you walk through. But yeah, there are traps everywhere. So everybody kind of huddles a little closer together. Especially Buck starts looking up and around,
Absolutely.
a little paranoid. There are a number of statues in here that are all of humans in various stages of achievement. I'll elaborate shortly as I collect my thoughts. But one such being that of a javelineer lining up a shot, which is one of the traps, is the statue would just
Stab you.
absolutely spear you in the gut. There are some where they are like holding up an astrolabe, and you could see a series of mirrors on the ceiling with an empty brazier that would light up and then cause lights to bounce off the mirrors and go sear you as the light of knowledge comes from the heavens, sparking you down. But as you proceed through this hallway, depending on how far you want to go, you are trending further and further down into the core of the earth, effectively. This is a very deep, semi-natural, but clearly has been excavated cave. And all of these various statues of very well-accomplished humans begin to look less and less like humans. They start to lose certain features that would be expected of human, and they become either a rudimentary sculpt, where they maybe don't have as fine of features, or they're not as well defined, or maybe they've weathered away. Kind of hard to tell. But as you proceed further and further down, you guys just tell me how far you're going.
It's just a hallway with these statues.
And
Currently?
it's arcing kind of down
Okay.
at an angle, and it is at a subtle curve.
Okay. I would like to keep going.
Is there any way for us to identify how far this goes?
Um,
Like if we tossed a rock, like chucked a rock,
Need a
could we
slinky.
like kind of get a semblance of like how far the rock goes?
yeah, I'll say the golem core is currently illuminating about a 60-foot space around you, and you can see the tunnel goes beyond that. So it is quite a far tunnel, shall we say? Yes. So as you proceed further and further through this tunnel, as our resident scholar of St. Hezekiah the Sage, Dr. Carroll, if you'd be so kind as to roll a history test looking at all of these sculptures.
Give us the knowledge, Dr. Carroll.
19 plus a lot, 6.
18 plus a lot.
25.
Should work.
Is that good? 5.
So 30.
It's a natural 24 for a 30.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
I'm so glad I actually get to share this lore. The target number for this was 22.
Oh, wow.
And it was hit or miss. So Dr. Carroll, at some point in your studies of specifically St. Hezekiah and the work that they did creating the translation nexus, they also did a lot of studies of some would say an ancient civilization, often described as the first draft of humanity. It is a group that would have started the trend of having a church dedicated to apocalypse scenarios. So right now you have the Church of the Third Sun. These guys are the impetus for the Church of the Rising Sun, because the survivors of this went on to slowly evolve over time into humanity as you know it. Trudging through these, you begin to realize Arcturus went through many iterations of what people were going to be, and there are scattered remnants all about. One such peoples are the Ngo. It's NGO, but very difficult to say if you're American. That is the peoples that you believe perhaps are being represented by these large statues. As there is a sadly crumbled end to this tunnel. You guys have traveled probably a little over maybe half a mile down in darkness past all these statues that get less and less traditionally human. And you see this big collapsed pile of heavy, heavy stone rubble. But right before it is a beautifully carved archway that, written in an ancient language of Ciderland, says Go Talan. So similar to how the Manawen tribes would have tribe Manawen, being of the Manawen people, the Ngo had a similar naming structure. So this would be the Ngo city of Talen. So, as you come across this enormous collapsed archway with tens of enormous stones that you would have a very difficult time moving. What's the plan, Kate?
Glad we don't have mole hands.
I know. If only you had mole hands. It's not too late for Bravo to take mole hands.
No, he took exposed weaknesses.
Oh, he doesn't want mole hands. Y'all are sleeping on mole hands.
I know.
It's the best trait.
It came up way more than
It has come up in every session. Mole hands would be so useful right now.
Does it look like there's any like soft spots in the rubble that like maybe we could just pull one rock and a bunch of them tumble away, or is it like pretty compact?
Let's do a roll about it. Let's see
Okay.
about
And does it look like it was intentionally like collapsed, or just like this kind of
let's
happened?
do a roll about it.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Intuition for both.
Okay.
Intuition.
Yeah. See if there was any rhyme or reason to this, and could you find your way through?
Or no, 5. I thought I had a +1.
Oh.
18.
Wow. Okay. This looks extremely intentionally done because it's right at the archway.
Okay.
This would be a very suspicious spot for a natural cave-in to occur,
Right.
and nowhere sooner. As for could you find a way through, in the shifting, shimmering, prismatic, beautiful colored lights, it's very hard to tell because it plays heck with the shadows. Everything's dancing all around. And the rubble itself is very like loose set at first, so you move a bunch of tiny rocks out of the way, and you just see more. And like sand and rubble is just kind of rolling to fill. So again, you'd have a heck of a time moving this, but it's not impossible. It would just be a question of time and potential like machinery to clear the way.
That mech suit.
No.
That mech suit though.
Well, T, can't you move rocks
That
and
makes-
bend earth and do all that sort of weird hullabaloo?
I could try.
I mean, we could
What-
always come back with some dynamite and just blow the hell out of this thing.
What do you think is back there, Dr. Carroll?
It's
You have any
impossible
idea?
to say. This was an ancient civilization that we really know very little about. I don't think anyone that's certainly been alive or their grandparents or grandparents have been down here.
Do you know why someone would intentionally block?
I mean, you rolled a 30.
I'll give it to you.
It's fair to say the citizens of Gotalin are rumored to have been wiped out by a plague. And it would not be beyond expectation that they would have effectively sealed any entrance to their grand city to effectively trap that plague in with themselves. Wipe themselves out, but not allow it to spread.
Maybe we shouldn't try opening that.
Wait, afraid a little bit
So
of
would
the
this
plague?
city have access from every tomb where the Gjallarhorn is, or is this a single entrance?
My understanding is that this is a individualized city. The Mugo, am I pronouncing that?
Yeah.
Talon is one city comprised of many.
So it is effectively like, it's almost like a mirror version of Fletcher's Roost, but underground. The Ngo lived in caves. They went deep underground, specifically when rifts began appearing. You got a 30. The rumored sickness apparently was brought about as these rifts began opening. Somebody was able to cultivate an otherworldly plague, and it's just an alien disease that there was no defense for. And by the time they figured out that it was spreading, people were just getting wiped out.
So these were the vaults.
Pretty much, yeah. So the underground cities would feasibly have had many more exits than just the one.
Okay.
'Cause then you could just collapse the tunnel and they would all just die. But
So, I mean, I'm not like a huge religionist person. So, like, these people worshipped the saint, or the saint found these people, or why is it like a whole civilization underneath a dead saint's tomb?
more the latter than the former. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
Dr. Carroll.
Hezekiah would have been studying these peoples. And he had a fascination with the ancient culture.
I see.
Okay,
'Cause
so
they're
he
a-
came after these people.
Yes, because
Okay.
they would have been a forerunner to modern humanity.
So then why was he buried there? Did they expand the tomb?
Yeah, I will say from an
Built it on.
age perspective, the tomb you were just in is much more
Mhm.
recent construction than
Okay.
what has been found beyond. And would also have made sense to have been sealed up if they realized what they had found.
And you said when they went underground when the rifts opened,
Mhm.
but somebody manipulated a
That is-
virus
that
from
is
the rifts,
the-
or
So
a
that is
virus
the
just
commonly accepted belief. There's no like written history that
Yeah.
they have to go off of.
But they think
But
someone.
their theory is that somebody, intentionally or otherwise, brought a disease from another world in, and it spread like wildfire
Okay.
and just wiped out countless numbers of ancient humanity.
And can we tell if the however you say it, are actually dead behind this cave-in, or are they potentially thriving underground?
Could be anyone's guess. You'd have to.
And
move
would
the
they-
wall.
would-
they all have mole
Again,
hands.
mole hands.
I guess,
again.
yeah, mole.
Mole
Damn
hands.
it.
Oh, that's
I guess my last question would be is, are they a violent group or are they less violent? As in, like...
That's another one where, like, anyone's guess would be as good as
Okay.
anyone else's. Similar to any other archaeological dig, all you can do is make inferences from what you find. But yes, they are much more known for being a scientific is a bizarre way to put it, but a much more science-focused civilization. They were somewhat ahead of their times. They learned to cultivate land under the ground.
Progress is like their whole shtick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why the three would have had such a fondness for them, is watching them explore and grow, and why they would be so sad at their loss.
But it's safe to say that they don't like Riftkin.
It would more have been out of fear from something that they don't understand.
Right.
Um,
But if they came out of rifts,
yeah.
They would be
Similar
like-
to any movie where a space laser beam opens a hole over New York. People are like, we got to get out of here. And they-
Independence Day.
Yeah.
Space there.
Insert anything.
Yeah.
Any Marvel movie.
All right,
Sky
Doc. Well, what's the next plan?
I think we need to head back up for some air, and I've got a map of places I need to get to.
That's the best thing I've heard all day. Let's go. All right, so go back up. We grab Callum, make our way outside, and then figure out where we're
Yes.
gonna go from here.
That's right.
Sounds good
Yeah.
to me.
Beautiful. Welcome back to the main chamber of the Tomb of St. Hezekiah the Sage. There's an open chamber over here. There's a collapsed wall over here. And the door over here.
Does it look like it's like unlocked, the one that leads out now?
Yeah, you guys,
Okay.
you get the impression you could leave now if you so
Okay.
chose.
and this just remains open. Okay.
Yeah, that rock wall is no longer a rock wall.
Oh, okay.
It is now a pile of stones.
Okay.
All right. Well, you guys do whatever you want in here.
Well,
I'm going out the door. Tired of being in dusty tombs. Not my cup of tea. I'm gonna make my way out the door
Okay.
safely.
The door will open safely.
Okay.
No problem.
I'm gonna head out too. I'm just gonna
Okay.
follow Buck.
Okay. Are you still carrying the golem core?
Oh yeah, we're taking
Yeah.
it. I'm
Okay.
gonna actually get some rope, and Runt is gonna start pulling it once we get out of the tomb.
Okay. As soon as you reach the doorway to the tomb, if you cross to where you would hit sunlight, the golem core will power down. Remains heavy. Don't get me wrong.
right.
But it stops kind of thrumming
Gets
and emitting
30
light.
pounds lighter.
Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn around and see what happens when I walk back through the door.
It will kick back on light. Continues glowing.
And I'll look at Dr. Carl and go, interesting. Should we take it?
Absolutely.
What a peculiar bowling ball.
Just the thing that
Starts
from my
drilling
league.
2-3 holes into it.
A
Break our
30-pound
only key.
bowling ball
And
shattering your shoulder.
I'll fashion up a little like rope pulley system for Runt to pull it behind him. It's a
Okay.
little bit easier for him to do it than me just carrying.
All right, you probably head into the trees just a little bit and then camp out, or are you guys good with doing it right here in the open? I mean,
I think this is a pretty safe spot. What do you think?
Right up against the wall.
I
Yeah.
will do some sort of test. I'll let you choose, Drew, to tell whether or not this is a safe spot to camp for the night.
I mean, concurrent with how you got here, there are safe and unsafe spaces in the nearby woods.
Yeah.
As for whether or not the clearing applies to any of those, that's anyone's game. But clearly no one has been here in a very long time. So the odds that a person finds you, extremely unlikely. But
Or we could just camp inside if we wanted to.
I'll be out here. Good. I am good. Yeah,
No.
I'll help everybody. I'll help set up camp.
okay. In the earlier hours of your watch, I'll say you guys probably left the tomb somewhere between like 10 and 11 at night.
Yeah.
And as you kind of posted up outside, a little frazzled, still a little bloody, there's a sound of like ceramic shattering, very, very faint, through the stone door back in the tomb.
That's good.
You're excused.
What?
Door's closed, right?
Yeah, we
Out
said
of
we
we
the
were
closed it.
Oh, that's why I asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tell me.
Yeah.
You tell me, monsieur.
I'll
Monsieur, did you shut the door, monsieur?
I'm gonna have Styx and Bravo kind of flank the door, and then I'll position myself like against a tree where I'm like sitting, and I'll just like have my rifle just like laying there as I'm laying down, just staring at the door.
It's just. Could you push the door open for me?
No, I'm just gonna. It's mostly so if something comes through that door, those two can act on it, and I can.
Friendly reminder: you should probably fix your jam.
Yeah, I was gonna do
Yeah.
that in my free time
You
as
should
I'm
probably
chilling there. Yeah,
Fix your jam
yeah,
before you do anything.
yeah. I'll
with the
work on that, of course.
Okay. Make your test.
13.
That's the number.
Yeah, I rolled really
So you
bad.
managed to, in the field, kind of take like a file and dislodge the
You just
bullet.
hear I slam the hammer back. I'm like, all right, we're good.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so your gun is fixed. And then, yeah, you hear the sound of ceramic shattering inside the tomb.
Eyes just fixated on it, and I'll just continue my watch there. I'm not going to disturb it. I am in no condition to go wandering back into the thing that
The
brought me
place
down.
you don't want to be in.
Yeah, exactly.
Walk in there
The one
immediately.
person was like, I'm never going back in
Yeah, I'd
the
be
tomb.
like, fuck, man, we had to have a Tomb Raider
Yeah.
on our squad.
Just, hey, where's Buck? Oh, he's the red smear inside. He immediately stepped on a trap plate and died.
God.
He loves getting rocks dropped on his head. It was
Yeah.
his favorite activity.
So I'm hanging there,
Pour one out.
keeping keeping eyes and ears about me.
So probably every 3-4 minutes, you hear the sound of something rustling around within. But nothing ever opens the door unless
Beautiful.
you do.
No, absolutely not.
That door will remain shut. Yeah, how and why?
I will wake up Faraday for next watch, given
Okay.
that I have his horse with me.
Yeah. Runt has just been munching on some grass.
And I'll just go over and I'll kind of jostle your foot with my boot. You're up, big guy. Noises happen in the tomb. Sounds like ceramic tiles are breaking, but that's a
It's all
problem
you.
for future us. Good night. I just sleep.
I guess I'll just get up and
Okay.
I'll return Runt for now, so he can
Yeah.
let Runt go to sleep.
Yeah.
And
So do a little like donkey
yeah.
thing, kind of walk over, curl up.
Bud'll come out with me and keep watch.
Okay. Yeah, both of you roll 1d12 between the two of you. They're out just a d12, a humble 12.
That is a 6.
6.
Right in the middle.
Okay. Your watch is nice and quiet. You're hanging out with Bud. There's a few like twig snaps and the rustling of tree branches around you. Pretty bog standard nearby forest noises. Unsettling if you're easily spooked like me, but if not, it's just normal noises of wildlife. Probably nothing too nefarious going on out there. You and Bud have a relatively peaceful couple hours. The sun will slowly start to rise over the canopy of trees, casting light upon the mountain range, showing off the door of the tomb. You have a nice quiet early morning. Just
Love my
wake
quiet
up.
mornings.
You boil a little coffee. You're like,
It's like I'm back in cider.
great.
I'll look at Dr. Carroll and go, you want to go investigate what's changed in the tomb?
Oh, yeah, we could take a look.
Just 5 minutes, you know?
Yeah, in and
5
out.
minute adventure in and out.
It's never 5 minutes.
And I'm just going to open up the door and just take a
Okay.
peek. I'm going to light a little torch, just take a
Yeah.
peek.
Okay. Yeah, it seems as though the quadrolem's body has reconstituted into the various nearby pillars. That way in the tomb where that collapsed rubble wall is. You see something. There's something there that wasn't there before. You see a large urn with a stopper on the top.
There is a random urn by that downed pathway, or that closed off pathway.
Well, that's tempting.
No, it's not.
Oh, are you up?
Unfortunately.
What do you think?
It looks like the quadrolum pillars have all, or the stone is gone, and maybe it's reconstituted. So I don't know if we want to get in a fight, but I'm curious as to what this urn-looking thing is.
Yes.
What do
Can I see if it's like a trap or anything like that? Do I have that
Yeah.
uncanny ability?
Yeah. It's not a trap in the traditional sense, but it's extremely unsettling to see.
Well, I'll go look at it.
Well, you should take the,
The big egg.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's just all go back in the tomb. It was a great time the first time around.
Yep, I'll go. I guess I'll go pick up the egg or the golem
core.
thing. Golem core. Just.
Okay.
I have a feeling this isn't gonna go well, but
Yeah, if you grab the golem core, the traps are safe to walk
Yeah.
over.
I've got Bud out with me too,
Okay.
holding the. Oh, I guess the golem core will start glowing again, right?
It will as soon
So
as
we
it
don't
crosses
really
the
need
threshold
Yeah.
of the tomb.
All right, so we'll walk in, walk towards the urn, take a look
Okay.
at it.
The urn begins to
Shake.
kind of shake.
Shake and bake. Is there
Very
anything
slightly.
on the outside of the urn? Any text?
It's
Nothing?
it's an incredibly out of place, like deep maroon, fired clay urn.
And then
It does not match the time period or the space that you're in. It's just suddenly there.
Can I know that the traps are off, but can I make like an awareness test or anything to see like if we pick this urn up, if anything's gonna happen? Like, is there anything under the urn that would like activate?
yeah.
Golem?
Dr. Carroll, we need your expertise.
Run!
Like, is it on like a pressure plate of any
It
kind?
appears to be located on what would be a safe tile.
A safe tile. Okay.
That's what it wants us to think.
I'll look at T and I'll go.
We're so paranoid.
I'll look at T
That's what I'm
and I'll
shouting
go.
from the
Do
door.
you want to hold the golem core while I pick this thing up, or do you want to pick this thing up?
I'll pick it up. I'm not as strong as you are. I feel I'm better off with the urn. I'm going to pick it up.
Pick up the whole urn. Okay. It's a healthy urn. What's your might score?
0.
0?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a might test.
16, baby!
With great difficulty, you're able to lift the urn that continues to rumble. And you hear a little bit of mumbling from within.
Can I make out what it's saying?
Yeah, try to make an intuition test.
Okay.
Only because this is a future witch ability that would let you do this.
Oh.
So I will let you roll
Cool.
to do it now,
Hell yeah, brother.
but not forever.
8.
Okay. Do you have your phone with you?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear that, and you're like, what the hey? And then your arcane knowledge kicks in, and you're like, oh, okay. But yeah, the urn continues to vibrate radically.
I don't know if you can hear this, Faraday, but there is...
Yeah. If anyone else were to be able to hear it, they would have no idea what's being said.
Okay.
They would
There's-
just be hearing like.
Well, I mean, like, can you hear the sounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, all of you in here are here like.
Okay.
Okay.
But I can't understand a single lick of it.
It doesn't even sound like syllables. It
Okay.
just sounds like noise.
This is an ancient incantation.
So what does that mean?
It's to alter someone's fate or reverse harm or pain. So I don't know if we open it, if that releases said incantation and it takes place immediately. Would I know that?
You have no idea.
Okay.
But from outside, that's a terrible idea.
Most, I will tell you,
ask-
most incantations require reaching the end of them to bring about their change. So it's up to you.
Is this thing worth taking?
I think it might be, but I feel like a more interesting question is who placed this here in the night.
Could it have been? Clearly, this tomb has been repaired to some extent. Or is that broken column like now up, right, and everything, or just?
No. Just the bits
Just
of the
the urn.
quadrolum have dispersed back into the normal rubble of the room.
Can we do a speed? If you'd like to come with me, Faraday, that would be helpful, as this is heavy. I would just like to go see if that's still collapsed down there. But we can do like a rush job. We don't have to really walk. I just want to see if it's still. I get it.
Well, we
There's a
can can drop this thing off. Do we take this
Yes.
with?
Yes, I would like to take the urn with.
I was like, don't leave me with that damn thing.
Dr. Carroll, can you blow the Gjallarhorn one more time?
Oh, don't mind if I do.
Ah!
I just want to see if anything has changed
Okay.
with the steps.
a very raspy horn blast of echoes off the walls, and the jar now glows a soft but quite vibrant blue.
Maybe it's Saint Hezekiah.
And the blue specter pal will appear from the far doorway and begin walking across the hall from right to left towards now technically the two of you.
Okay.
And right in front of you, you're just like, little ghost comes walking out.
Is making sound?
No.
Oh.
Ghost makes no noise.
You went.
Well, the jar is
Does it walk through that collapsed way, or does it walk down the?
Just goes, and then hits that far wall, stops by the urn, and then carries on through. And you hear.
Seems like Saint Hezekiah's doing.
Hmm.
Would be my best guess.
Makes me want to go into this east side.
Of course it does. The urn will stop vibrating, and two very dark black hands with blue fire around them will start twisting the lid from the inside. You see the fingertips kind of poking through.
Don't like that.
I will push the lid back down.
Can make a bite test.
No.
And I will, as I'm making this might test, I will look at T and I will go, do you know what's in here? Is it dangerous? As I say that, as I'm trying to close it.
As far as I
Buddy.
know.
That was on like a 19 and then it cocked to a 3, so it's a total of 5.
8 minus 2 is 6. So Faraday, you're like, just in case you push it down and you're, and the lid will kind of lift up in a little black sphere of energy surrounded by bright blue with two little glowing eyes. Just kind of blinks at you with the two hands nearby. And it holds the lid of the jar in front of itself. It kind of hides from all of you.
Don't shy.
Are you Saint Hezekiah? Were you made by Saint Hezekiah?
The language.
Can I peer around the?
It just kind of tries to rotate and maintain blocking as many of you as it can.
What if I recite this incantation back that I heard? I'm gonna do it.
What was the meaning
I'm
of
doing
blue
it.
again? Because I have empathy down, but then I feel like we said it was just. I feel like is it empathy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Okay. Carry on, please.
Laka Nachmen Aktum Alaka Nachmen.
That was fantastic.
Yeah. So bonus points if anybody gets that reference. The being will get all excited for a moment, but then realize nothing has changed.
Would I know how to finish it? Okay.
No. But the words themselves are the meaning that I put below.
Okay.
Those words in Wiccan would bring about this sort of change, but something is incomplete with it.
If I hold up the urn, as if to say, would you like to return to the urn? Does it do anything?
You get the distinct impression this guy has been stuck in the urn for a while.
I will look back at Dr. Carroll and say, "Did you shove this little guy in this urn all those years ago?"
No, I wouldn't do a thing like that.
I will attempt to walk over and just put my hand out like Bud did and just see if he'll react or if he'll run away.
Make a taming test.
That is a 23.
Okay.
Wait, 23.
Oh, and
do I have
me.
anything else? Yeah, just 23.
Okay. 23. Very good. You put your hand out. It similar to like a clown buzzer. It'll go to shake your hand.
Mm-hmm.
You don't take any damage, but you get a little electric shock that kind of goes. It goes. It's probably got more of a Muttley laugh.
Trickster. I like it.
It'll kind of float around for a moment, and it'll go through the wall. And you hear a little bit of rustling, sound of something perhaps glass or ceramic breaking. And then it squirms its way through and peels, and then through the wall, drags through some soft dirt, a very old, dusty bottle of wine. It just goes... And it just starts looking around at all of you.
And it's an
And
alcoholic.
I'm
I
gonna
like it.
yell out, "Hey Buck, there's some wine behind this cave-in. Would you like to come in and remove this dirt?"
Nope.
It just kind of floats out, sees Buck, and just goes...
When
Well-
it drinks, since it's kind of ghastly, does the liquid just fall to the ground, or does it actually
It
stay in
takes
the gas?
a moment to kind of work its way through, and then some of it stays in its belly, but a lot of it does just kind of drip around the outside and plop to the ground.
What a waste.
Can Bud go through things like that too?
Bud can, but he would have to leave his limbs behind.
And what if he leaves his limbs behind? Can he reattune to him since we've attuned to him
He
before?
can come back and pick them back up,
So-
but they have to follow the rules of physics, where he does not necessarily.
Bud's gonna follow him the next time he goes through.
Okay. Yeah, this guy, he drinks a bunch of the wine, and then for a moment he kind of goes... And then spews a bunch of it back out as spectral purple flames. Just in front of all of you, not on anybody.
Anything else?
And I'll give him a little clap, like it's a circus trick.
And he just goes...
Anything else good back there?
And it just keeps drinking the wine that it has. Dr. Carroll,
Yes, sir.
make a history test looking at this bottle of wine.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That
Well,
was
this is
cool.
a-
Does that count?
That better be a 20.
15.
do.
That's
Okay.
still not bad.
Well,
Okay.
do you have mastery in that
You do have
though?
mastery.
I do.
This is a year
Plus
one
6.
chateau.
Chateau du
22.
Not to harsh the vibes expertly, but this bottle of wine is of a very particular vintage. And the bottle itself, while freshly uncorked by this Takoa, was not a full bottle of wine. It is a bottle of wine that you brought and cracked open with your former guide when last you were here. However, you shared that drink outside and left the bottle of wine as part of Patrick's payment. Yes, Dr. Carroll, you do in fact recognize this exact vintage and that exact bottle, as it was something that you shared with Patrick as a celebration, a celebratory, we found the tomb, now I just need to go back to Seidelin to get funding to come to a full excavation. And then you got swept away in the heap of fame.
Wow.
So we can make an assumption that did Patrick go back in and die in that cave-in?
That's it right there.
Or what if that can is this Riftkin?
Patrick and I'm a mysterious spirit!
I was gonna say, is this Riftkin is this like one of those like ones that can be like a deceased person?
No.
Okay.
No. These guys are...
Oh, Buck was pointing at
These
the
guys
dead
are
bodies.
pure,
Oh, the
like,
dead bodies.
Yeah, these guys are fully like chaos gremlins. They're just
Okay.
they're born of like pixie energy,
Okay.
and then they just start infecting everything around them, and they start getting crazy.
I'll look at Bud and I'll just say, Bud, you want to go through that? See if there's anything interesting in there? And I'll send him through.
Okay, he'll fly, and his arms kind of like they start like clipping. It's like somebody in a video game. They're like half on the wall. They go,
Yeah.
and then they kind of snap off and fall at the side, still tied by the living vine. And they just kind of sit together and they go like this, and they start drumming their fingers together as Bud just passes through the wall. Bud, you'll emerge in a very
Yeah, he went right through
very
the wall.
narrow passageway through, and there's a small pocket where you see the upper torso of a skeleton with a sort of thick leather jacket, not armored in any way, just like very, very weathered leather jacket, a very weathered, simple shirt, and a skull still lingering nearby, and a backpack that has been kind of pulled from the rubble behind, and several bottles of various liquor have been emptied in here, either by this individual or just over time. But there's a little tiny pocket of space. I'll have Buck make an awareness test while he's in here.
You mean Bud?
Yeah, sorry, Bud.
I was like, what is happening to
Buck,
me?
you're in the tomb now. As
Get
you go to
teleported.
say no, you say yes.
It is an 11.
An 11? Okay. Bud, you will see several large candles sticking out of this backpack of various lengths with various sized wicks all sitting out here. But nothing obvious to light them with. So it's very dim in here, and you're just a little gas ball. Yes, many, many candles.
Both my arms have dropped off, right?
Yes, your
even
arms are on the other
even
side.
that one that's part of.
Yes, that one is
initially.
still a sort of zombie-esque arm.
Okay.
Yes. I will say you could borrow an arm from this man in here if you want to mess with stuff.
Sorry,
You could just be like, I need
I
this
just
more
need
than
to use
you.
this right now, and thank you.
What am I gonna do?
He's
with
just a
this?
straight skeleton, right?
He's the upper half of one.
He's straight
So
skelly.
he's like cut in half.
The rest of him is crumbled in rock.
He
Oh,
is
okay.
a skinny legend.
Yes.
Well, I will
Yes, ma'am.
grab his arm
Okay.
and go through the bag and see if there's anything more interesting in there than just candles.
Okay.
Or Bud.
Make another awareness test with Bud as you're now that you're rifling through. It's not just a surface level look.
Oh, that was weird. It stopped immediately. That was a 6.
A 6? Okay. Pretty much the same deal. Lots of bottles, many candles in here. But I will throw for you, it's only about 2 feet of rock that you
Went through.
forced yourself through to get into this little pocket.
What I'm gonna do, if it's allowed,
I'm listening.
if it's about 2 feet, Bud, since both of his limbs are on the ground,
Yeah.
he
He's
will.
in control of both.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a worm that you cut in half.
He will.
You can both do stuff.
He will go to the living vine that's attaching him.
Yeah.
He'll have the 2 hands on the outside there, grab it, and go, and kind of about 2 feet apart, and go.
Okay. Okay.
goes
and tap.
Good. Intuition test. Everybody's looking at this thing. Bud,
Into it.
give me an influence.
Influence.
test.
Okay.
To be like, hey, string. Go.
That's a 19 from Bud.
19 from Bud.
19 for Callum.
Woo!
13.
Woo!
24.
Woo!
Yeah, Bug doesn't care.
Okay. Buck's like, when can we
I don't.
go?
Does Faraday need to do an intuition test, or is this just good enough at this point?
You guys probably get it. Adelaide, you're sort of, I don't know. Callum, you go, he's definitely communicating the distance of something. And Carol's like, the rock wall must only be this long. As one of the hands just goes, ta-da! And then the other one's just drumming on the ground. Impatiently, but just chilling.
Relatable.
Should we try to go through?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to move it.
Wait, before you roll. It's an arcane test. Your misfire score is 3. If you roll a 3 or less on the d20.
I can toss you a mastery.
Yes. So, the with and without mastery,
Oh,
the misfire score is 3.
okay.
So if the d20 is a 3, no matter what,
Oh,
misfires.
okay.
Your
Do you want it or
mastery will
no?
help you hit the target number.
Okay.
So your target number to move this little amount of earth is 13. You are powerful in the ways.
20.
So 8 plus 6 plus 6 is 20. Plus whatever you're... Okay, so you effectively crit this test.
23.
Yes, you crit this test. You just go, move, and 2 feet of rock just
Yep.
collide into the wall and powder. And you manage to not cause a cave-in from above. As it looks as though this is literally... You took the physical space that was there and surgically removed it. And there is now a perfect square space leading in where, unfortunately for Carol, you will see Patrick's signature leather jacket.
Oh, Patrick!
As you can tell, clutched in one of his hands that has not been borrowed by Bud, there is a very small amulet. Kind of little bit of revisionist history for Dr. Carroll now that we're being in here. This chamber, you believe, was for storing important artifacts that you, as a scholar and a preserver of histories, had elected not to take. It's sort of,
As a gentleman.
it's like bad jubies to be taking stuff out of a tomb, regardless, other than what's meant for you. And the Gjallarhorn was meant for you. So you had told Patrick not to come back, not to take this, and it seems he did not heed your warnings, and as such was crushed.
Well, that's one thing, Patrick.
Does Dr. Carroll tell us that is his friend Patrick?
That is up to you. Or if you would keep that to
Well,
yourself.
he did scream,
So-
"Oh, Patrick!"
Oh, Patrick!
To his
Who?
knees.
Nothing. I've never met this
told
guy.
you not
I
to
don't
come
know.
back here,
I
Patrick.
was practicing for my audition.
That being said, Bud will go grab his other limbs.
Yes.
And he will put Patrick's arm back onto Patrick
Okay.
in
He's like,
respect for
Thank
his
you
friend.
for letting me borrow this.
So
in respect. Otherwise,
Thank
if it
you,
wasn't
Bud.
Patrick, Bud probably would have kept it.
Yeah. The
What-
three-armed ghoulie.
He'd want you to have it.
That is one thing Bud doesn't do, is because he realized with Faraday that taking limbs of his dead friends and family was not cool. So
it hurts.
he will not take friendly.
Only enemies.
Yep.
The Tako will fly back in, kind of ruffle through the bag again and take out another bottle of alcohol, hand it over to Carol. Carol, the candles are not candles, and are in fact sticks of dynamite sticking out of Patrick's bag.
Heck yeah! Heck yeah!
Buck, I think you want to come in here.
And it is extremely obvious to you that Patrick was probably trying to excavate something and collapse the tunnel upon himself. And as such was probably not far enough away, as there are scorch marks around his torso.
Is there any
yes.
signs of what he was trying to excavate?
You'd have to move more stone, one way or another. You're like, T, go
Do you
ahead
know
and try
how
that
much-
she's cleaved in half.
How much deeper this tomb goes?
It's hard to say. I think reasonable to expect it's about the same size as the other one.
Yeah. It's roughly, from your recollection, it's roughly like a 20 by 30
I've
chamber.
been in here before. That's right.
Yeah, you have been in
That's
this
a
space.
20 by 30 chamber.
And it was
Okay.
full of little tiny trinkets and amulets and little collections of relics from the peoples down below, presumably.
Do you have any idea what Patrick would have been seeking since the last time?
It seems like he was a man of greed. Nothing altruistic was done here, and he was only out for himself at the end. Clearly, I think it's safe to say we should head back.
Where'd you guys go?
Check on Bud.
Guys, there's just like the blue looping specter. You're like,
Just quiet.
But I'll grab some of this dynamite though, in case.
Yeah.
Heck yeah!
Buck
Okay.
wants it.
Absolutely.
similar
On and out.
similar to the boom moth powder, similar to the battery. If you take fire damage while you're carrying dynamite, there is a non-zero chance it will ignite and explode. So fair warning. But yes, there are 6 sticks of dynamite.
Nice.
Heck yeah!
We're
Grab
taking
the-
all 6?
Yeah.
Nice.
There are 6 sticks of dynamite, 4 bottles of wine, 3 of which are now empty. 1 he's given to Dr. Carroll, and then he has an amulet in his hand. And that hand is like very tightly gripped around.
I would like to try to.
I was gonna say I would
Look
love
at
to
that.
look at the amulet. It's
Okay.
Faraday.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a leading question. Do either of you touch it?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay.
I just want to see is it an
Yeah.
amulet of I guess you'd say like value or of power, or is it an amulet that has like his wife in it?
Dr. Carroll,
That's the
It
question.
doesn't appear sentimental at
No-
all.
no
do you recognize
sentimentality,
this
okay.
amulet?
I don't recognize it. I don't think it was on his person at the time. It seems like it was likely came out of this east side of the cave here.
As someone who has a passing familiarity with the Ngol language, it is of their make. It is of a metal that would have been sacred to them, which would be brass.
And is there
There's
something on it? Like, can you see
there's the
from the
writing
fingers?
in
Okay.
that language.
Okay, okay.
In the
which-
what language?
The Ngo. Ngo.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll fill you in.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just
Dr. Carroll. Dr. Carroll and T. Dr.
Yes.
Carroll, for obvious reasons,
Mm-hmm.
it's bad luck to sort of go tomb robbing.
Yeah.
Right.
While you are all about like bringing an expedition in here to catalog and stuff,
Properly.
your intentions were good.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick's intentions were bad, and misfortune befell him. The amulet has a very potent smell.
Ah.
I will let you decide what that smell is, but it is
You
a
will?
very powerful warding magic
I will stand up by Dr. Carroll and
Yeah.
also ask, when do you know an artifact is meant for you? That could be a DM answer too. If
I'm curious what you would say.
I mean, I would just say, it's like any calling. It's something that just beckons to you that you need to go and take and bring with you on a journey. There's no other words really that you could put in place for it. You just know.
when you know, you know.
When you know, you know.
I will just say I feel no calling, and then I will just walk out.
I will throw out for you this. This artifact does have some ability to it, but as far as knowing whether or not it's cursed, unlucky, blessed, holy item, you'd have to spend time with it to find out. The only clue you have at all is it's clutched in the hands of a dead man.
Well, Patrick clearly thought it had value.
Patrick thinks a lot of things have value.
And here Patrick is.
Anybody want it? I'm good.
Do you think just touching it would be bad?
I have no purpose for it.
That's not what I asked. Good news.
I feel like, in line with what Dr. Carroll said, if you have no reason to take it, it won't bring you any
Well, I'm just saying it,
positive effects.
as far as using it as a barter item down the line, or selling it if need be, or I don't know, it could have some value. Yes?
Oh.
I love every time. Everything goes.
Well,
it
you
hits
know,
a
Callum,
filter point
You are
at a later Cal.
a blank canvas.
I'm just going to tap it a couple times.
Tap it?
Yeah, I just want to tap it.
You're not immediately incinerated or anything.
How tight is the grip?
For
So
for
tight.
purely skeletal bones, remarkably so.
Mm.
This was very important to Patrick at the end.
I'll trust everyone else, I suppose, if we deem this as a bad object.
Is the Riftkin is not at all interested in it.
Doesn't seem to care.
Oh, okay.
It's
Figured
more
it would've-
interested in the stuff that he had in his backpack that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
interactable.
Juggling dynamite.
It does seem to have some degree of connection to the body, but it doesn't care about the amulet itself for one reason or another.
What's going on in there?
I found you some dynamite, Buck. Don't worry.
Really? All right. Gotta poke his head in now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. And you're like, wait, the golem court. I hate this place so much.
I know where the safe tiles are.
tile is death. When can we leave?
No, I'll sit at like the door, but on the inside now, and
Okay.
kind of like be able to peek around to see exactly what's going on in there.
Yeah.
Do you think we can safely blow it up?
Safely? Probably not, but I can blow it up.
I'll throw it for you. With the warding spell and being able to kind of decipher, this does appear to be some degree of religious significant amulet. So if someone perhaps unaligned with the beings to whom this is dedicated were to wield it, they could have potentially disastrous effects.
So Dr.
The
Carroll's
3?
I'll grab it.
fine. He's like, oh, well, in that case.
Okay, I'll grab it.
Okay.
I'll take this amulet.
Okay. Again, nothing immediately bad happens to you. You're not incinerated. You don't explode.
I've lived a long life.
You immediately turn to stone. He's like, "Oh, You're fine. You're
Well-
able to pick it up. I will say it's a very intentional thing to sort of activate an artifact. You would know this as a scholar. If you so choose, you can sort of bind your essence to it and it to yours. But it's a very intentional thing. You just tell me if you're going to do it.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I'm binding.
you were just carrying a thing.
I'm binding.
You're binding.
Let's do it.
He's binding. Our first magical item. If you are a follower of the three and you attach your essence to this artifact, anytime you would take damage, you roll 1d6. You take that much less. If you are not a follower of the three, if you would take damage, you take 1d6 more. But for you, it's a positive experience.
Terrific.
But Patrick, as you would be well aware, was not a follower of any gods. He didn't care. So him being crushed under stones is probably a very unfitting end for one such as he, but perhaps it's what he deserved. Who can say? But yeah, you have sticks of dynamite and a magical necklace now. Everything's coming up, Carol.
Yeah.
All Carol.
And he
Makes sense.
shot a quadrolan with
Does
a
make
blowgun.
sense.
That was crazy. So yeah, where to, gang?
Alright, if we want to go back down, I'll go back down, and I'll pick up the golem or the quadrolum's.
Yeah, the Takoa is trying to lift it. He's like, "Oh, this is something."
I'll look at him and go, "You want to help me down?" And I'll just let him keep touching it
Okay.
as we start walking.
It just keeps one hand on it at all times. It's like he's trying to win a car. Yeah, I'm not taking my hand off this thing. I'm going down.
I'll look at
absolutely.
Bud. Do you have a really, really, really long rope that we could connect to the dynamite?
Well, I mean, rope's not going to burn that far enough to get to the thing.
No?
Could use some of Bravo's powder.
Oh.
A little like,
Yep,
I'll allow it.
I like
Pretty
that.
cool.
I mean, we need some distance because this looks a little volatile.
The Takoa will follow along with you. It lingers on that orb, but feels a subtle pull to follow Dr. Carol. More specifically, to follow your amulet, at least for a short time longer. But as you tread back down, so yeah, you will find the same collapsed wall of rubble, largely untouched, unchanged, probably for centuries.
I mean, I'm no demolition expert, but I've seen the guys do it once or twice in my time.
Yeet.
No. No, he'll go and place it where he thinks that weak points within the rubble would be, and he'll take the random sticks, and then he'll use Bravo and just kind of salt bay some powder to where they all
Nice.
converge into one, then branch off into others, but probably 500-foot line of just thin powder to clear us.
Okay, so as you leave a trail of gunpowder all the way up around, probably around the bend so that it's out of sight. Who's going to make the spark?
I mean,
I have the fire starter kit, so
Yeah, you've got options. Bravo
Sitting
can
there
do it,
shaking.
Faraday can do it.
we'll say I would assist. Me and Bravo would assist Faraday with
All right,
lighting it.
Faraday.
Do it.
I mean, there's no roll required. I'm just
Okay.
taking the blame if this goes horribly wrong.
Yeah, that's why Buck's letting him do it.
Yeah. So
This was a group decision.
yeah. So,
So-
Brian,
Excuse
please
Is Adelaide
acquire
and Callum
and
Yeah.
roll. There were 6 sticks of dynamite, so please roll 12d6. Yes, please roll 12d6 fire damage. The wall has a certain amount of hit points that you must get through.
46.
46. Okay. I was
Okay,
looking
so-
for 40.
That guy.
12d6.
Told you I'm good at placing
So there,
dynamite.
you guys, you sit there, Faraday. You kind of sit back a little bit because it is gunpowder, and and it just immediately the spark runs right around Adela corner, and you guys all kind of. Entire cavern shakes. A couple stones fall loose from the roof. You're like, oh boy. Bravo's kind of like nervously eating.
What does that little guy that's following us do? I just want to know his
He
reaction.
drops the bottle of wine. Just You burned a. You blew something up down around the corner from you.
Well done, folks.
Let's go take a look. See what the damage is. Could have just caved it in even more, but let's hope not.
You tell us this now.
And
You
as
guys
we
head
round
around
the
down around the corner. As you
corner.
round the corner, there's
Come
a
on.
huge rush of dust rushing up to meet you. It just kind of smacks you all in the face. Lots and lots of dust. And as it slowly starts to settle in this fully sealed cavern, it's very dusty in here. You do see a pathway through this darkness.
It worked.
It is still incredibly dark. However, you have a glowy ball and night vision. So it's not too scary because you're able to go clean down and through, passing through the archways of the hidden city of Gjallarhorn.
Who's ready to release the next plague?
Wait,
Was
that's
that
what we're
what
doing down
what?
here?
We'll fill you in. Now that you're complicit.
Then we'll be plagued by guilt.
Wow.
Maybe.
But
Well, as you continue your journey down, the tunnel gets wider and wider and wider and wider before it comes to a precipice, a rather steep one. And looking down, you see a very dark, softly glittering body of water that surrounds an entire
Told you.
kingdom built out of stone. And there is no sound in this entire cavern space beyond the shuffling of your feet and the weird chitterings of your various Riftkin pals. As you lay your eyes upon the hidden city of Gjallarhorn, the city of silence. That's where I'm going to leave for now. Leave there. Right on the precipice of a world-shattering discovery. Wow! So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.